Alright, I never wanted to make this video in the first place, but there are just many things I have to explain to you guys that I'm certain a lot of you have been asking for a long time. First of all, the biggest question I think everyone's been asking me for a while is what happened to all of my icons and banners on all my social media pages like YouTube, Twitter, and Skype and everything. Honestly, I was actually planning on making this video before this whole nonsense ended, but the reason my icons and banners and all that got removed was because on December 14th of 2017, supposedly net neutrality was going to get repealed or removed or whatever. And of course, it almost did get repealed, but the only problem was that, a lot of state senators were like suing the FCC for their bullshit and stuff, and so that was on pending for a while. Then June 11th came and they made the announcement of net neutrality getting repealed and stuff, and personally, I was kind of going to wait to make this video to after this whole situation was completely resolved, like resolved as in they would get net neutrality under control again and bring it back, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And the reason why I actually had put my icons and banners on private, as well as all of my videos on private in the first place, like, reason why I removed everything was basically because I thought, nobody was going to be able to access the internet anymore once net neutrality got repealed. But no, I kind of didn't understand this whole situation as clearly as I thought I did, because I thought nobody would be able to access the internet and stuff. And if nobody was able to access the internet, nobody would be able to watch my videos and stuff. That's precisely what I thought was going to happen, but instead, that didn't come to pass at all. So basically, everyone will be able to watch my YouTube videos and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, honestly, I was kind of hoping that, this whole situation would be resolved and stuff, but yeah, it seems like net neutrality probably won't be coming back anytime soon. So, as long as everyone is able, to access the internet and able to still be able to watch my videos and all that stuff, I'll put them back on public for you guys. But as for my icons and banners, they're gonna stay down for a while, and I'm gonna get into more detail about why that is. So besides the icons and banners being removed, as well as all my videos and playlists being on private, as some of you may or may not remembered, on part 27 of Super Mario Galaxy 2, I had it explained in the description that I was going to be taking a long break from YouTube for a while, just because of the fact that I was just busy with school and just all that sort of stuff. I graduated from post-secondary school. However, I ended up getting a job after that, so I currently now have a job, in case anybody doesn't know that. And so with me having a job, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make YouTube videos and stuff like that. And it's not just that, of course, but that'll be another topic that I'll get to in just a moment. I left YouTube for many reasons, of course, as I had explained in the description box. And to be honest, the reason I had left was because I had a weird feeling that there was probably going to be, it would probably just be too stressful for me to record videos while dealing with the post-secondary school, because I gotta be truthfully honest with you guys, I didn't like the post-secondary school that I was in. It wasn't really anything against the school itself. It was just some of the people there were just not very pleasant to hang out with. I mean, there were a few good people there, I made a few good friends there too, but there were some classmates that were just like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with these people, or something like that. Like, it just made me so stressed out to the point where I'd come home, not even want to record a video, or anything like that. So yeah, it was not very pleasant. That was one of the reasons why I left YouTube, because yeah, I had to deal with this sort of stuff last year, and yeah, once again I had to deal with the same thing again this year too. It wasn't nearly as bad as this year, but last year it was like really, really stressful to where I just couldn't even make a single video and stuff like that. So yeah, as I had said, I left for many reasons. In fact, I have no idea. I've forgotten even what I even put in the description box. I looked back on my video before on what I had put in, but I can't even remember what I even put in the first place. Hang on, I'm just gonna check to see if I can figure out what it was I was gonna put on here. Oh yeah, that was another reason why I'd left. It wasn't just school was not the only reason why I left. I left also because, YouTube was just trolling with my channel, was like messing around with my videos and stuff, demonetizing my videos, especially when most of them barely didn't even have any swearing in them, which was kind of stupid because the advertiser friendly thing and all that. The recent videos I had made were advertiser friendly. It was just YouTube just decided to, for no reason, demonetize my videos anyways. They're back to normal now, but recently they did get demonetized, and it was just nothing but total baloney. So, yeah, YouTube apparently was trolling around with my videos and just demonetizing them. Like, as I had, if you basically read the description of Super Mario Galaxy 2 Part 27, it basically just explained pretty much the whole situation and stuff like that. Because yeah, not only was I having to deal with school, but basically to have to deal with both school as well as YouTube themselves and YouTube drama at the same time, like dealing with all of that stuff at the same time, it was just too much for me. YouTube drama usually is easy to avoid, but when you got people that are just making these videos about it and all that stuff, it almost makes it impossible to avoid. So that, of course, ended up being one of the reasons. YouTube drama was becoming a big problem. You know, we almost immediately, I thought the drama with Keemstar was going to die down, but no, it didn't end there. Like the drama with Keemstar / Drama Alert did end, but now people are talking about these guys known as the Paul brothers that are they're like, for some reason they're just dominating YouTube, and I think part of it was just thanks to all these rant videos that people are making on these guys. A lot of people are trying to make hate videos on these guys, but they're not doing a good job at it. And I say that because what they think they're doing, they think that making these hate videos will get people to hate on the Paul brothers even more, but instead it's the complete opposite. Instead of them getting hate, now they're just getting more and more attention, more subscribers, when they really don't even deserve the subscribers. So, yeah, that's just pretty much the whole story of that, and kind of one of the reasons why I left YouTube is because, yeah, it was completely out of control. So, anyways. So, probably not many of you guys know this, but yeah, I did actually delete my Nintendo ID, and the reason I did that is because, well, first of all, none of you guys probably may have not have noticed I deleted it. I mean, anybody who's been on the Wii U or on 3DS lately, some of you may have noticed I removed quite a lot, pretty much removed everyone from the friend list on both Wii U and 3DS. And yeah, that was pretty much the reason why I did that, was because I was going to be deleting my Nintendo ID. But yeah, the reason I deleted it was because, and it's actually a couple of reasons, but I guess the main reason you could probably say is because I'm getting a new 3DS XL soon, pretty much the newer one, since my old Nintendo 3DS, the 3DS I currently have, is actually falling apart, and I need a new one. Even though the 3DS may be dying out, I'm still going to be getting the new one, since I have a lot of good games that are still worth playing, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, even the Wii U had a few games that were worth playing too, which is kind of one of the reasons why I'm glad they're re-releasing the Wii U games on the Switch. Some of them anyways, probably not all of them, but most of the good ones that we all know. But yeah, that was kind of one of the reasons why I deleted my ID, was because I'm getting a new 3DS soon, pretty much the newest one, the new Nintendo 3DS XL and all that stuff, since my old 3DS is just falling apart. And I guess I could explain a little bit more about what it is about it that's falling apart. It still works and everything. The thing that's making it fall apart is my analog stick. The rubber on it is like continuously giving out, where it keeps falling off the controller, like off the stick and whatever. Like it won't stay on properly. So the rubber on the analog stick's kind of giving out, basically. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I have to get a new Nintendo 3DS XL. I've been putting off upgrading my 3DS because I kind of just felt like it just wasn't worth upgrading, and sure enough, I was kind of right on that, considering all these upgrades Nintendo keeps releasing. Like, first was just the general 3DS XL, then the new Nintendo 3DS XL, then, of course, they end up releasing the 2DS, then the 2DS XL, and then the new 2DS XL and all that stuff. So basically, what it comes down to is, yeah, with all these new models they've been releasing, it's just been like basically one 3DS upgrade after another, and I didn't want any part of that. I just didn't felt like trading my old 3DS in just for a new one. And of course, some of you guys are probably going to be asking if I transferred any of my data on the new Nintendo 3DS XL. I probably will not be doing that. Well, I might keep the SD card that I currently have, but yeah, as far as all that data transferring, I probably won't be doing that. In fact, I already had formatted my 3DS already, and since then I haven't even actually touched it or anything. It's basically back to its like manufactured like settings and stuff like that. So I haven't really actually touched my 3DS since then. So yeah, my ID's pretty much gone. And of course, I removed everyone from my friend list because of that. So that's kind of basically the first reason why I deleted my ID, because I was going to be getting a new 3DS soon. I don't know if I'm going to be remaking a new Nintendo ID or not. I probably won't be doing that or anything like that. In fact, I probably won't be re-adding everyone to my 3DS at all, since I don't really see any reason to, since nobody really ever comes online anymore. Because I went on my friend list a couple times, and I've noticed not many people really often come online on the 3DS anymore, since the Nintendo Switch has just became the newest Nintendo console out there. Wii U, as a lot of people say, didn't do well in the marketing, and I kind of have to disagree on that on a few things. The one thing about the Wii U that, most people cannot, like most of you guys cannot deny, is the fact that it had some really good games for it. Like, that is a plus right there. The Wii U did well in terms of the games. Now, the system itself, okay, fine. The system itself may have not have done well in the marketing, but you gotta at least give the games some credit. The games did pretty well in the marketing, and that's why most of them are being ported to the Switch, because obviously they did well. Like Splatoon, for example. The first Splatoon game obviously was a pretty good game. Sadly, I was never able to play the first game, and the second one, well, they re-released, or no, they didn't re-release, but they made a second Splatoon game on the Switch. And yeah, from what I've seen so far, it's pretty awesome, I guess. I can't say that it's really any better than the first Splatoon, since I never even played the first Splatoon at all. In fact, I was planning on getting a Wii U at my mom's house soon, so I could eventually start coming online on the Wii U more frequently, but because the system died out, I kind of don't really see it being worth buying a Wii U at my mom's house. I came close to getting one a couple times because my older brother's been getting some at like garage sales and stuff like that. But even then, it was like I actually wasn't able to keep it, since, we kind of needed the money and stuff like that, so I wasn't able to keep it, so. But I also did some rethinking, and I started thinking, maybe it's not a good idea to kind of get the Wii U or anything like that. I don't know. And I know a lot of you guys have probably been asking me, Luigi, are you actually going to be getting the Nintendo Switch? Honestly, I don't even know if I really am getting the Switch or not. It's been basically a debate whether or not if I'm going to be getting it or not, because I haven't really fully decided that yet. It's basically been a battle for basically that and another console, which is the PlayStation 4. I've been thinking of getting a PlayStation 4 myself. I was thinking of getting a PlayStation 4, but I'm kind of not so sure at this point, considering the fact that both the PlayStation 4 and the Switch are basically both the same price. And I'm talking like the regular PlayStation 4. I don't mean like the PlayStation Pro that's like $100 more than the Switch, which is kind of one of the reasons why I'm not even sure if I should get that or the Switch. For right now, I'm not going to be getting the Switch at all. Perhaps maybe sometime this Black Friday, which is like November, if any of the stores I go to are doing a deal where like the Switch is $200 or something like that, maybe then I'll do that. I know they did a sale one time where the PS4 was $200 instead of $300, which is actually how much the Switch currently costs right now. If they do the same thing with the Switch where it goes from $300 to $200 on sale, I might actually get it. But until then, I'm not getting the Switch at all. But I do know that, yeah, there was a sale one time where PlayStation 4 was $200 instead of $300. I wasn't able to get the PlayStation 4 when that sale went into effect because I didn't have enough money at the time until now. So, yeah, I'm a little bit late on that. So, yeah, I don't know what else to really say about that. Because, yeah, there's been a few games I kind of wanted to play, like, for example, Sonic Mania. I've been kind of curious to try that game out, because from what I've noticed and seen from a few videos, it actually is a really decent game. It's just, I just haven't been able to buy the game since I don't have a system to play it on. I mean, I do have my PC, but then again, it's like, I don't have a Steam account, and I don't really have any interest in getting a Steam account since there aren't really any games of my interest for the moment. So yeah, I don't know about Steam, though. But there are some people that do have Steam, and anyone who uses Steam, I can respect that. You know, just because I don't have a Steam account doesn't mean you guys can't have one, you know. That's just basically how it is, you know. There are a lot of things I probably won't get since to me, it's like I just don't see any reason to. But the Switch, I've almost been thinking of getting it, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to get it since since the money is just, the price is just outrageous. Like the price for the system is outrageous. The games, even the price for the games are outrageous too. You know, because it's like, I paid $60 for the Wii U games. Not all the Wii U games, but mostly the good ones, basically. And to have to pay another $60 is like, I'm not going to keep wasting that kind of money. Now, as I might have mentioned earlier in the video, yes, I do have a job, but it's like, I don't want to be wasting money on stuff that, you know, can just be spent on something else, you know? I have a job, but of course, at the same time, I also have bills I have to pay. And, like, paying $300 for a Nintendo Switch, that's almost paying, like, $300 for, like, electricity or something like that, or a water bill, even though it's actually much higher than that where I live. But still, that's just insane. That's just an insane amount of money. So, until they lower the price on the Switch, I'm not getting that system at all. We'll see just how low the price between the Switch and the PS4 goes. The estimated amount I'm just kind of hoping for is $200, and since the Pro is like $400 right now, I can't see it reaching down to $200 at all. So the Switch is probably most likely going to drop down to $200 before the PlayStation 4 Pro does. I could get the regular PlayStation 4, but I don't know. To me, I'm kind of more digging the Pro version of the PlayStation 4 than the regular one, since to me it sounds like it's a lot better than the regular one. I don't know. And you might be thinking, oh, Luigi, don't tell me you're going to get into all that Call of Duty titles and stuff like that. No, that's not at all the case. Yes, I have gotten into a few Call of Duty games, but it's only just a few. The only ones I've only gotten into was just merely 2 Call of Duty titles. I only have gotten into 2 Call of Duty titles, and these were basically the titles that I was basically inspired to play, because I had a cousin of mine who inspired me to play these games, basically. And they were just so awesome that I couldn't help but get my own copy of these games, because they were just that awesome. So, yeah, I may have gotten a little bit into the Call of Duty genre, but that does not mean I'm going to be buying every single game. Like, the thing you guys got to understand is, I don't consider myself a really hardcore COD fan to be able to buy all the games or the merchandise and stuff like that. I don't consider myself a real hardcore COD fan. But at the same time, though, one of the reasons I'm kind of getting a PlayStation 4 is because I was kind of thinking of just getting it mainly for Sonic Mania, maybe Sonic Forces, and maybe some other stuff, but I don't know. I kind of don't really want to get the PlayStation 4 since there really isn't any good games to get on there besides like maybe Fortnite or Overwatch and stuff like that. I don't know. There just really isn't really any games of my interest. Sonic Mania was pretty much the only game of my interest that, has come to mind. I think I may just wait to get it for the Switch. The only reason I kind of prefer to get Sonic Mania for PlayStation 4 is because with some of the past Sonic games being released on Nintendo consoles, most of them, not all of them, but some of the recent ones have not been doing very well on Nintendo systems, like Sonic Generations, for example. The 3DS version didn't exactly do so well, just not really like the game itself was bad. It was kind of the fact that it was simply because the graphics were, it was kind of a little bit low quality, but then again, what do you expect? That's the 3DS for you. The 3DS is gonna have some low quality gameplay. The thing that kind of bugged me about Sonic Generations for 3DS was the fact that there was no voice acting in the cutscenes, which then again, it probably wouldn't have sounded that great on 3DS, but still, 3DS did improve a little bit in the audio and stuff, so I'd say, they could have had some voice acting for the cutscenes on the 3DS Sonic Generations, but I don't know. I will give it one thing that, it had a few stages in that version that, the PlayStation 3 version didn't have, like Water Palace, which was actually one of my favorite Sonic Rush stages, and I almost want to get that game back, which I no longer have, but I am going to look into getting that game back. So yeah. Now, as for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, as the game came to pass, basically, since that's basically what the game is called for the Switch, I probably will not be getting that game just because of the fact that I kind of just lost interest in. I wouldn't say I lost interest completely in the Super Smash Bros. Genre. I've kind of lost interest mostly in the newer Smash games because a lot of you know that I probably didn't. Obviously, no, I wouldn't say probably. I didn't do very well at the Wii U or 3DS Smash. Like anyone who saw my online videos for those games, like basically on Quasi J's channel and on mine, because the Wii U Smash, I didn't have any videos of the Wii U Smash online play, but my buddy Quasi J did, and if you watched some of those videos that he did, you could probably tell that I didn't really do that well at the Wii U Smash. I mean, I did win a few matches here and there, but it was very rarely that I would win matches. Most of the times it would be either Quasi J himself or a couple of other buddies that would win. Most of the times I rarely ever won because I'm just so bad at Smash. And I think after a while, I think I kind of figured out what exactly it was that made me so terrible at Smash. And the fact of the matter was that it was just because of the fact that I haven't really played a Super Smash Bros. Game in a really long time in general. The last one I actually ever played before the 3DS and Wii U one came out was Melee. And Melee, I can't even recall the last time I ever played Melee. I mean, Sometimes I still do play Melee to this day, but not very often, since the game that I'm playing on is not really my game. It's actually my friend's game. Yeah, I have a friend of mine who actually has Super Smash Bros. Melee. I rarely ever play that game, but you know, it is what it is. But to kind of really put it more simply, though, I never really grew up with Super Smash Bros. Much. I mean, when I did grow up with Super Smash Bros., it was only one Super Smash Bros. Game, which was Melee, and I lost to that game like 7 years ago, basically. And since then, I haven't really played Melee since, even though I did try to get a new copy of the game, but it was kind of an epic failure since the disc, I don't know why, the disc wasn't very readable. Neither my GameCube or the Wii was able to read it. I tried it for both systems, it wasn't reading the copy that I had. So I'm currently out looking for another copy of Melee, since that one was kind of a failure. So yeah, although I may not be getting the new Super Smash Bros. Game for the Switch, I'll still be getting the old one back, the Super Smash Bros. Melee, since that was probably by far my one favorite Super Smash Bros. Game. Not just because of like gameplay and stuff like that, but also because that game, along with a couple other titles, had some really amazing soundtrack and remixes and stuff like that. Even 64 Smash did too, but I'm not getting that game because I've tried playing the Super Smash Bros. 64, and it was just, I'd have to say it was probably far worse than playing the Wii U and 3DS Smash, because the controls, it was just, it was weird. It was like, it felt as if I couldn't even move my character at all, like I had no control over my character or anything like that. So, that was kind of my one problem with the 64 Smash, was the controls were just really like stiff to where I couldn't even move at all, basically. That's just what it felt like to me when playing that one. Um, I can't really say much with Brawl, since I didn't really play Super Smash Bros. Brawl a whole lot, and when I did, it was probably on my cousin's game, because I had a cousin, of course, because my cousin basically, I know I'm kind of messing up on my words, but yeah, my cousin, the same cousin who inspired me to play Call of Duty, some of the few Call of Duty titles that I had on my PlayStation 3. He actually had a copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee, or Brawl, I mean, and basically he brought it over at one point, and I'm sorry if I'm like stopping at certain points. It's just because I'm trying to wrap this around my head how this went down. But basically, my cousin, he had a copy of Melee, and I used to play a little bit of it with him, but it wasn't very much, though. It wasn't very often that I played Brawl, and I didn't mean to say Melee, I meant Brawl for the Wii. I didn't really play much of Brawl, because like I said, I think it was probably only one time that my cousin brought over Brawl to my house at one point, and we played a little bit of it. It was probably only one time that he brought it over, and basically we played a little bit of it, and then since then he never brought the game over again, since he decided to sell that along with all of his Nintendo stuff. So yeah. And no, I have no intentions of doing anything like that. Although I may not be very active on my 3DS or Wii U, I'm still going to keep most of my Nintendo stuff, even though I probably won't be on my consoles very much. I think the only times I may ever be active is if I'm just playing with some close friends, not online or anything like that. So that's probably what the whole thing's probably going down with. So yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I know I've went off topic a little bit about my Nintendo ID and stuff, but yeah, to kind of really to sum it up, basically, yeah, I deleted my Nintendo ID basically in two reasons. One, because I'm getting a new Nintendo 3DS, or I'm upgrading my 3DS, and two, I see no reason in really keeping it, since I'm most likely may not be getting the Nintendo Switch. Again, it's still been nothing but a debate, but for the most part, I may not really be getting the Switch, since, I don't know, there hasn't really been any games of my interest that really interest me. I mean, the second Splatoon game is pretty nice, but I kind of don't really want to get that game, not really because I have anything against the second Splatoon game, but mainly because of the fact that I never really played the first one, and playing the second one would just it'd be kind of weird to just play the second one when I never played the first one. Even though I have done similar things like that where I'll play a sequel to the game but never play the first one, like Sonic Adventure 2, for example. Um, yeah, I basically Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Adventure games. I'd played the second Sonic Adventure game, but never the first one. Which, by the way, I now have played the first Sonic Adventure game, but it wasn't until like after I played the second one and beated the second one that I started playing the first and end up beating that one as well. So yeah, I did end up playing that one a bit out of order, but I still ended it up eventually playing all two of the Sonic Adventure games that we have today. Um, and Sonic Heroes, I actually do have a copy of Heroes, and I started playing a little bit of Heroes, but not a whole lot of it. I still got yet to beat that. But yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't want to get the second Splatoon game. Not really because it sucks or anything, because I saw a little bit of the game, and I think it looks awesome. It's just I don't really want to play it since I never really got to play the first one. Unless Nintendo decides to re-release the first one, which they may not be doing that since they probably wouldn't see any reason to re-release the first Splatoon game on the Switch when we already got the second one. So yeah, I can't see the first one getting re-released at all, but you know, it is what it is, you know. One Splatoon game is all we really need unless they decide to make a third one for the Switch, which I, of course, cannot see that happening either, because it's like, why would they want to make a third Splatoon game on the Switch? I mean, they could probably do that on another Nintendo console, perhaps, but on the same console, it would be kind of a bit weird, if you ask me. So, even though they have done something like that with Mario Party, where they had two Mario Party games for the 3DS, like Island Tour and Star Rush, I mean, somehow that ended up working out well. But I can't see the same thing applying to Splatoon. I don't know if that's just me, though. But yeah, I don't see there being a third Splatoon game when we already have the second one. And especially because I never even played neither the second or the first. But Splatoon is probably one game I may not get at all. But again, it's not because the game sucks, it's just because I never played the first one. And I know that's probably not a good excuse, but I don't know. Maybe in time, if depending on how I feel in time, I'll consider getting the first Splatoon game, or at least I mean the second Splatoon, not the first one, since the Wii U pretty much is dead. But I will consider maybe getting the second Splatoon game once I get the Switch. But yeah, that right now that's one game I probably won't be getting. Smash Bros. Ultimate is another one and I'm definitely for sure not getting that one. Not because I have anything against the game, but because of the fact that I just don't really have much interest in the newer Smash Bros. Games. Like, personally, I don't really care if any of you guys get Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm okay with that, basically. If anything, I would kind of prefer it if you guys got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like, I'm sure the game's gonna be okay, but for me, the reason I'm not getting it is because it kind of just has something to do with not having the drive or motivation to really, like, get the game and stuff. And because of me being so busy with work, it'd just be kind of pointless to get the game. Because for most of the newer Smash Bros. Games, I never really bother to even practice on those games. Because, like, the purpose of the newer ones I've been getting, like Wii U and 3DS, was merely to play online. But playing online is kind of a bit futile if I'm not even practicing. Because, like, I didn't even do a whole lot of practicing on the Wii U Smash, considering how busy I've always been. And honestly, it's going to be the same thing with Ultimate for sure, because, as I had said, I have a job now, and I won't have time to really practice on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate a whole lot. So, that's kind of one of the more reasons why I'm not getting it, but I'm hoping you guys are willing to understand just my perspective on this, why I'm not getting it, and all that sort of stuff. I wouldn't have a problem if any of you guys got the game. I probably would appreciate it if you guys did, because I'm certain the game is going to be good. I believe the game is going to be good, and I believe the soundtrack is going to be awesome too, because most of the Super Smash Bros. Games, as we know, they always have Nintendo always finds a way to make the soundtrack really awesome. You know, especially with Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I listened to a little bit of the soundtrack from that game, and I'm already liking the soundtrack as it is. Like, it's got to be probably by far the most amazing thing I think I've ever heard so far. So, yeah, that's definitely one thing to probably look forward to. I definitely look forward to hearing the soundtrack for that game when it comes out. Which, you know, I may not get Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but, you know, I might listen to the soundtrack since I got a feeling it's going to be pretty awesome. So, yeah. But I think other than that, though, I think that's probably, well, yeah, so that's actually going to be it with the ID and stuff. But yeah, in conclusion of that, though, the games I'm mostly probably just going to get for the Switch are either going to be Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, possibly the second Splatoon game, and maybe Mario Odyssey. It just depends on if I really feel up to getting it or not, considering that Luigi's not playable and all that sort of stuff, so, yeah. Anyways, next topic. So, as I had mentioned earlier in the video that, yeah, since this insanity with YouTube will not go away anytime soon, like, YouTube has just been getting worse and worse over the years. Like, I remember I started this channel back in 2014, and you know, there was never any problems with YouTube. Everything was, you know, going smoothly back in 2014, and even during the earlier days of YouTube. But, well, I wouldn't say it was going completely smooth. I mean, copyright was a bit of a problem, which did make it kind of difficult for people to make money. But, you know, at least it wasn't a thing where, you know, people's videos were getting demonetized and stuff like that. But copyright was still a bit of a problem back then, and it did start getting worse. But, yeah, having both that and you know, demonetization at the same time, it was just making things way too difficult for the website. And my videos, I had a few videos, as I may have mentioned earlier in this video, that did get demonetized. Part 21 of Mario Galaxy 2, I think, was one of the videos that got demonetized, along with 24 and 27. I got all those videos resolved, but I'm no longer in the YouTube partner program. And in fact, I'll probably even show you guys a screenshot of just an example of the fact that I'm not even in the program anymore. Like, I'll just show you a screenshot of the fact that I don't have 4,000 hours of watch time, and the fact that I don't even have 1,000 subs. I'll definitely show you that on screen. For me, it's not really going to be shown on screen since I'm kind of recording this before the screenshot's being posted. So, yeah. But you'll probably see the screenshot after I get done recording this audio. But, yeah. Yeah, it's just ridiculous, you know, the fact that I'm not in the partner program, it's just mind-blowing that I'm just not in the partner program, because now I can't make money off of YouTube. YouTube's just made things more difficult for everyone, but I can't really say that it was really YouTube's fault at all. I mean, part of it was kind of Logan Paul's fault, because he kind of messed things up for everyone. And I'm not even going to go into detail about what happened. I'll just tell you that it has basically something to do with what happened on New Year's Eve day, whatever. Just look it up yourself. I'm not going into details. That's all I'm going to say, is it just all has something to do with New Year's of 2018. That's all I got to say. But yeah, Logan Paul pretty much, I'm kind of putting some of the blame on Logan Paul for this bull crap with the videos being demonetized, but the advertiser-friendly thing's not his fault. 2016, I think, was when making money on YouTube actually started to get really, really bad. Not only was copyright a problem back then, but then people's videos started getting demonetized. I would say it was probably 2017, maybe it was later 2016 that the the advertiser friendly got a bit out of control. I don't know. It all got out of control either way, basically, and that's just pretty much one of the big reasons why I can't even be on this website anymore. But yeah, just in conclusion to this video, though, guys, I just don't really think I can really return to YouTube anymore since I don't have the option of making money off this website. Now, as I had mentioned earlier, I am putting my videos back on public for you guys, but my icons and banners are staying down since I don't see any reason to keep them up, since I probably won't even be making videos on YouTube for a while. But yeah, YouTube themselves, as well as the YouTube drama, was kind of one of the reasons why I left YouTube for a while, and as well as my personal life. But the biggest reason of all, though, is just not having the motivation like I used to, and I think it just has something to do with all the other things, like my personal life just kind of being a bit of a hassle, and then because I've been having a bit of some rough problems throughout my life, just a little bit of minor issues. They're not really anything too serious, it's just some minor issues. But then, of course, with YouTube and the YouTube drama at the same time combined, it just got out of control to where I just couldn't take much more of it, and that was just been kind of one of the reasons why I've been disappearing from this channel from the website completely. Like, I've been active on YouTube in terms of like giving YouTube videos likes and stuff like that, and subscribing to channels. Well, I haven't been subscribing to a whole lot of channels, but I've been giving YouTube videos likes and stuff like that. I've just been doing it privately since I pretty much privatized everything. Yes, even my liked videos were on private, as well as the channels I've been subscribing to. All of that's going back on public, except for the icons and banners. Those are still staying down. So yeah. But yeah, it's just like I said, I don't really want to use like the fact that I'm not making enough money as an excuse to not be on this website, but at the same time, it's not just money. Everything else about this website has just been becoming a bit of a big drag for me, and it's just been really frustrating to just have to, hearing all this YouTube drama going on and stuff, and having people gossip about it, like making videos and stuff, which clearly doesn't actually help. I might have mentioned earlier in the video, but it doesn't help at all with the YouTube drama and stuff, because, you're giving that person more attention than what they really should be getting. You're doing the complete opposite. Like, you think you're trying to get the person completely eradicated and exposed and getting hate on, but no, it's just getting that person more attention, because I think what people don't understand is that hate only makes someone stronger, basically. So it's like the more you hate, the stronger the stronger the person that's getting the hate is gonna get, basically. So yeah, I think it's best to kind of forget about all the rant videos of YouTube drama and just put it at that. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say for this update video. I'll still be active on my social media pages like Twitter and stuff like that. Not Skype, because Skype's just been... Nobody's been active on Skype either. It's just like with the Wii U, where no one's been active on Skype at all, and I eventually just decided to get rid of Skype. Well, I didn't delete the account. The account is still up. It's just I don't use Skype anymore. I still use Twitter, but not Skype. So yeah. Skype is basically done. I'm no longer using that. So yeah. As far as me like doing calls and stuff goes, I'll probably just be most likely doing like Google Hangouts and stuff like that, not calls on Discord, because honestly, with how long this video is, I don't even want to make a video explaining why I don't want to get Discord, just considering the fact that it's kind of a bit of a long story. You know, I think, like, honestly, if you guys really want to know why I won't get Discord, then I'll explain it when I do, like, when I do, like, a Google Hangout and stuff. Because it's just, I just don't feel like explaining this whole story in a video since of how long this video's been going on for. But of course, I still have other things I still kind of need to address, and I just had one in mind, and darn it, I just forgot what it was. Alright, I remembered what it was now. If I actually do return to YouTube, by the way, guys, couple things to just kind of keep note. Most of my online videos that I done with Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Mario Kart 7, any online play videos basically in general that I did are all going to be discontinued. Yes, even the Mario Kart 8 highlights is going to be discontinued, at least for right now, since I don't have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I don't even know if they still have that thing where you can upload your highlights to YouTube or not. I'm certain they still have that. It's just, I don't have the game right now, so I wouldn't know for sure if that was the case, but yeah. A lot of stuff is going to be I'm going to be discontinuing a lot of stuff. Mario Kart 7, Super Smash Bros. 3DS, online play for those games are all going to be discontinued. And yeah, and Mario Kart 8 highlights will be discontinued. And then basically, as far as me like returning to YouTube goes, I don't even know if that's even going to be an option. As I might have mentioned earlier, my recording situation is just out of control. I have no way of recording Mario Galaxy 2 at all, so even if I wanted to finish that game, that's not an option. So yeah, that's a done deal for that one. That's not going to be happening. So yeah, it's, my channel is probably going to be remaining dead after this video is up. But I am still going to keep some of my old videos on public, because some of them did do pretty well, like my Emergency Heroes walkthrough, for example, as well as some of the Mario Kart 7 Gold Kart videos that I did. But yeah, if I ever do return to YouTube, generally I may not finish Galaxy 2, even if I am able to record it again. I mean, I could still record Galaxy 2, like finish up the rest of the game, but it just means I'll have to do post-commentary for the rest of the game. Although I've had other plans with the green stars, like doing montages and stuff where I just add like random music and cut to certain green stars. I've had some idea like that in mind, but like I said, without any way of recording, it's just kind of hopeless right now. So, anyways, but yeah, that's all I have for this video. I never really wanted to, and the reason I never wanted to make this video is because I was kind of hoping I never have to tell you guys that I was going to be leaving YouTube. I never wanted to kind of leave YouTube, but it's just due to my lack of motivation, it was just so difficult, and then with me having a real job, like a job outside of YouTube, in other words, it just, it's kind of just really difficult, so, but yeah, just in conclusion, though, guys, yeah, just follow me on Twitter if you want to talk to me, or if you want to, I can also do, like, some, like, Google Hangouts and stuff like that. As I said, not Discord, because, yeah. I'll explain more about that if I ever do any Google Hangouts, but Discord, that's not happening. And just try and remember that if you can. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to one day return to this website, but for right now, I'm afraid that this is most likely my last video for this channel. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, just take care and make sure you buy the Nintendo Switch, because just because I'm not getting it doesn't mean you guys can't get it. I mean, I might get the Switch still, but for the moment, I'm not getting it right now. So, anyways, peace out, guys.